Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm just journaling, so come on along. Well, first up today is this Steampunk City book that I'm going to turn into a journal. And last time I talked about it, I thought maybe I would not change the structure of the book, but then I realized how small the spine is. Oh no. When Possum Patty makes a journal, Possum Patty makes a journal. Look at that alligator mouth. And this would never, 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 never do. So I'm cutting the pages out. I'm not really sure now how I'm going to do this. But I lightly sanded the cover. And I'm going to put some gesso on it. And probably do a couple coats on the front. Probably not that side, this side. And that side. And I'm going to collage it with the books that I bought at the flea market on Sunday. They have great paper in them. I just showed these for my flea market Sunday, but they're all the way things work, so they're full of gears and cogs and wheels and diagrams. And I'm just going to cut out some, oh, I love this light bulb. Cut out some of these bits and pieces here. There's another one. And, oh, I love this with the big hand. Collage them onto the cover. So, get that out of the way. I wanted to make this companion journal too. I'm sorry, but I have to keep crossing the road. I have nothing prepared on my table to show you. Emma. And Emma is my Shabby Chic journal. And I will be doing a lot of memory keeping in this one probably. Maybe some journaling too. And this one is, it is 8 by 8. So I thought I wanted to make this one 8 by 8 too, because this is going to be the companion journal. So I thought maybe this one should have a name. And would you believe the very first name that popped into my head was Howard. Howard. So this is going to be Howard. And do I know some Howards? I knew one Howard in high school. Not for children. Sharp tools are being used. I'm just taking this utility knife and cutting it right at the seam. Okay. I almost got this. So, as soon as I get this cover off, like that, I have to figure out what am I going to do here. I think this is the kind of, oh, yeah, thing that's glued like this. And it seems to be glued onto a thick piece of cardboard. And I was wondering if somehow I could separate the signatures and just put them into the new journal. I don't have a lot of experience taking books apart. As you can see, are they sewn? That looks like a signature to me. Okay, I think it's glue. So I'm going to have to take the knife and slice these signatures off of the glue and see what that looks like. Well, I certainly didn't plan on doing all this work tonight. I was just going to gesso the cover. I remember saying this was going to be easy peasy. Well, it's not so pumpkin squeezy at all, at all. And I said I wasn't good at taking books apart. Well, I am good at taking little golden books apart and turning them into journals. But they're all put together the same way, the exact same way, with everything in the exact same spot, with the exact same number of pages, which makes it a lot easier to work with. So some of these pages fared pretty well, and some of them didn't, but that's okay. I can fix them up, put them back in a journal with a bigger spine. And I got lots of glue. This book is well constructed. Well constructed. I gotta get all that stuff off because I'm gonna have to sew this into a spine. Okay, so as you can see, this one, not good. This one, good. I don't even think I'm going to put them back in order. I think I'm going to mix them up a little bit. Flip them around, mix them up. Do something like that. So I will spend some time pulling these apart as I figure out how they are stitched and glued and bound together. It's a very well made book, like I said. Okay, so I'm going to pull all those pages apart, and then when I get to making the signatures, I will got a lot of glue on it. That's probably going to have to come off too. Put them back together. I might reinforce them where they had the stitching and the glue so they don't rip when I put them back together again. So that is started. And now before I gesso these, because Emma is 8 by 8 inches, I think I'm going to cut this down so it's 8 by 8 also, because it's Howard, the companion book, Howard and Emma. So I'm going to measure this one 8 by 8 and then take my knife and cut them down and then gesso them. Well, I'm almost done cutting these down 8 by 8. Not easy, they're very thick. And I was thinking about using, now it's 8 by 8, I like this size, it's different. This piece that I cut off from here is the spine, but it's only about 1 3/8. And Emma's is about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to go look for a piece of cardboard. Okay, so I have my 8 by 8 inch cover painted with this black gesso, black acrylic gesso. And I have the 8 by 8 back cover, black gesso, rough edges where I cut it. I cut a spine out of a piece of cardboard. This is a heavy cardboard that you find like on the back of a sketch pad. Black gesso, and it is 8 by 2.5, and I will be putting in 3 signatures with 4 sheets of paper in each one. To make the spine, what I do is I take save my old mailing envelopes, Tyvek very strong material, or you can buy some you know, online or Amazon or Staples, wherever. Just Tyvek, very strong. I use this for reinforcement on the spine. And I know I got black gesso everywhere, and that's okay. That's going to be a bit of a grungy steampunk. Now I want to get the covers very close to the spine, but like with the fingernail width between the two. And I am going to look for some glue, okay? I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm going to flip it over and put some material on the other side. I don't think I need Tyvek on both sides. But I feel like material has just enough stretch to it that it works well over the spine and onto the covers and back cover. This is about 8 inches by about 4.5, so I get 2.5 and then 1 inch for each side. Glue it down. And I should have put the glue on this, shouldn't I? Alright, so I get it to the edge. I do that every time. I need to watch my own video so I know what to do and what not to do. So what I thought was going to be quick and easy and I'd get on to some other things is now in its second day. Okay, I put it down, I press it, but then I always flip it over because it never lines up quite right because you can't see it. But that's okay. All you do is you pick it up and see how that gap is too big there. I want to get that pretty close, but not exactly. I want just a fingernail in there. Back came out pretty good. Looks like I didn't get it all the way on there, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. Make sure it doesn't move. Put my fingernail in there again. Pressing these down, rubbing off the extra glue. Flip it again. Okay, so that works fine. Okay. Now I had to find material that was not a floral. Something more masculine and geometric. So I found this batik. It's sort of subtle colors and squares. I thought, well, maybe that'll be fine. Probably get some paint on it anyway. So I'm going to put this down on the cover. And I'm going to use some glue stick for this. I'll probably go over the whole thing when I'm done collaging it with matte medium. So I'm just going to glue this down for now with a glue stick. This Craft Bond Extra Strength works pretty well on, I shouldn't be doing it on there though. Don't have much space. Don't have much space. Yeah, so I think after I glue this on, I'm going to put a little bit of metallic acrylic colors here and there over the black. And then let this dry. And then come back and collage it. And then, what next? Oh, the signatures. And that'll be ready. Ready to journal in. Okay, that's pretty well saturated with glue. Okay, this is the front. I was going to put the gold side on the front. So it needs to be right about there. I'm not covering the whole journal with the material. It's going to be collaged and painted. It's going to be like a mixed media. Maybe do some stamping and some stenciling and some collage. So that's going to be about it. Oh no, I was going to do a little bit of painting. That's right. A little bit of painting. Turn it around. I bet you they make steampunk material somewhere, don't they? I'm going to be putting some stuff on the inside, and I'll probably splatter black all over it. So, oh, I might cover this though. Should I use more of this material? But I'm going to not do that right now because that's going to have to dry on that side. So what I'm going to do, I have some silver, some bronze, and some copper acrylic paints. And let's see, get a little brush. I'm just going to put a little... I'll be collaging over this, so I'm not too worried how it looks. And then I'll probably put more paint over some of the collages. And I was thinking of leaving maybe some space between the collages. So I wanted some metallic colors in the background. The bronze and copper probably go better with this material, but we shall see. I think I used a lot of this silver on my Halloween journal. And this is embossed. There's a big cog right here. I don't know if that's going to show up through the collage though, but we shall see. Okay, I got my silver on the front. The back is not embossed, it's just flat, flat, flat. One of the possum peeps said, "How many journals do you have?" So I was counting the journals. And I said there's like 13 that are like finished, meaning they're journaled in. And I don't know, half a dozen or so that I'm working in right now. Another half a dozen in the works. But that doesn't count my nature journals and my art journals. My couple other watercolor journals, sketch journals. That's a whole different thing. Okay, there's the silver. And let's see, let's go with the dark color next. This is Iridescent, ooh, iridescent rich bronze. That's got to be cool, right? Iridescent rich bronze. Now don't forget, this is the ugly stage. This is going to get collaged on top of. So just need to just freewheel in here. I like this color though. To go with this, yeah. Iridescent rich bronze. I bought these years ago at a sidewalk sale at AC Moore. Was $10.29. I bought it for $2. Acrylic paint. Painting can be expensive. Buy good acrylics and good watercolors. Oh, I wonder if I can paint over steampunk, but somehow not city, just steampunk. I don't know. Or not, doesn't matter. Okay, that is with the bronze. And on top of that, I'm going to put a little bit of this iridescent rich copper. Iridescent rich copper. Ooh, yeah, this one's nice and shiny. So I had planned on finishing this last night and then doing some journaling. And that did not happen. Did not happen at all. I'll probably put some papers over the edge here. So I don't have to worry about that. Well, that's looking pretty metallic. Like I said, most of that's going to get covered up. I just want little bits peeking through here and there. So I will probably upload this video while this is drying. Does this look like old rusty, what? Something. Cogs, gears. Well, I do have stencils, so what I'll probably do is collage some pictures, and then on top of this, and then on top of that, take some more of this metallic paint and stencil some gears and things on top of that. And then probably go back and splash some black on top of that. But you have to let each layer dry a little bit in between. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I just want to thank you for coming along today. Much appreciated. I wish everybody a happy steampunk, happy junk journaling, whatever kind of journaling you do. Bye-bye now.